All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome. This is the Three Docs Book Club, and Dr. Venus is with us. Dr. Sheila Shepard is with us, and I'm Dr. Karen Jackson. And we just really are happy to be here, and we want to discuss some really important books. And Daniel Pink started it all, and it's his fault we're here. So, the book we're reading this week is Thinking in Bets by Annie Duke. And Dr. Venus, did you want to talk a little bit about what Daniel Pink said about the book first? And
Sure.
then we'll do our take on it.
That's a good start. And he starts off with, telling you who she is. She's a psychologist. She has a PhD in psychology, in cognitive psychology, but her true passion is poker playing. And she's a very successful poker player. So that gave her the idea to write this book, because she believes that we go about thinking the wrong way, because we're looking at the results of our decisions and then go, like we discussed in previous books, woe is me, I made the wrong decision, or oh, so glad I could have told you it can't come out like that. So he says that he learned that you should look at the process of making a decision when you want to come up with good results, not at the end result. So that's what he learned from it. And he's mentioning 4 things specifically. She taught him, treat your beliefs as bets is number 1. Estimate probabilities instead of assuming certainties, because we can never be certain about anything. And know what you cannot control, and then separate luck from skill. So that's what he learned from the book.
Okay. All right. And then there was one other thing that you mentioned earlier was mental time travel.
Yeah, those are some things I picked out of the book.
Oh.
So what struck me is her suggestion that we should, and I have to look what, because she called it. She had some.
Was that the back?
Yeah, and she calls it post-mortem time travel. And so travel through time to improve decision making is a pre-mortem way, in which you imagine a positive outcome for your decision in the future. So that would be pre-mortem. And post-mortem would be when you already know the result and you go backwards and examine what decision brought about that positive result. So to look at it that way.
I like that. That was one of my points, that the remembering the future is a better way of planning for it. And I just kind of wanted to sit with that a little bit. And when I read that, I thought, wow, because then it takes not all the emotion, but it takes the emotional decision making out of the way. And right. I tend to be over emotional when I'm trying to make a decision. I get all of my feelings. But that way of you're imagining yourself at the end of the journey as things have progressed, and then you can plan for it better. And I just thought that was a pretty genius way of looking at it.
I like that too. It kind of reminds me of, manifestation, and just kind of believing that that this will happen, and kind of saying that this will happen, and planning in that, and making decisions based off of that. So I really like that too.
Yeah.
I liked her 10-10-10 method.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That before, the 10 minutes, 10 months, and 10 years. And when you make a decision, you should think, how is this going to affect me in 10 minutes, 10 months, and 10 years? I probably could have usually do the 10 minutes and 10 months, but the 10 years is something to look at too, especially for certain decisions we make in our lives.
Yeah. Right. Well, and what comes to mind here, so imagine yourself or try to make a decision whether you should play the lottery. So you could imagine you're going to win $1 million. So that would be imagining the future, right. and then you of course make the decision. If you imagine you win $1 million, you make the decision that you're going to play. Right. So but then if you do the post-mortem and you've made the decision and you won nothing, it's the other side of the coin. Exactly. Then you go backwards and say, well, what is the probability? What is the probability of having won $1 million? So to me it makes. You don't go, if I only hadn't played or so, it's just, okay, that's still a good decision. It could have gone either or.
Yeah.
Right.
And I also really like the part where she was saying how instead of all or nothing, so I make a decision and then if it doesn't turn out the way I think it's going to, then I'm just wrong. It's 100% wrong. A terrible thing. But then if it comes out the way I want it to, then I'm 100% right. And I'm just riding on a cloud and everything. But sometimes we're not 100%. And so being honest with how certain am I that this, if I go to this dinner party, how certain am I that I'm going to make a good impression or have a good time or meet the love of my life, or what's my percentage of certainty? Well, it's about 48%. So then if whatever happens, I know that, well, I wasn't really 100% sure about it anyway. So It kind of takes the sting off of disappointment, but it also you have to think about the proper
and which really ties into the power of regrets.
Yes. Yes, I actually have that written on my notes too. Learning from mistakes and how does that play into the power of regrets, and it definitely does. So we're starting to see some saturation in the things that we've read so far since this is episode 6, so
absolutely
making the connection. So that's really good about that. And I want to bring out another point that I really like, which we do in our profession all the time. When you are thinking of leaders in your profession, she mentions the buddy system, and if you're not an autocratic leader, if you're a leader who believes in sharing opinions, making the best decisions by collaborating with other people, empowering other people to speak up and contribute to a meeting, for example, say what they think, you can really make better decisions as a group. Yes. And she mentions that, and I really like that because she said forming or joining a group where the focus is on thinking in bets means modifying your social contract. So you have to be more open-minded to what others have to say, not just how you think. And it prevents having blind spots or making decisions based on lack of knowledge, because you have others who can contribute and steer you or make you think about things you haven't thought about.
I like how she ties that into collaboration. I can see that in several aspects of life, really. Yes. I really like that. That's just a poignant part of the book, I feel.
I think so too, because we do that all the time. We do that all the time when we're not sure, should I decide this, should I decide that? We go to people we trust and people we know and ask for input. They can't make the decision for us, but they can tell us, well, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? And then it empowers you to make a better decision.
For sure.
It really speaks to the importance of choosing at least one friend who will give it to you straight. You know, we don't have to have a whole cloud of people around us that are, yesing, but it is nice to have someone that'll, tell you what they really think.
Exactly.
Yeah, she talks a lot about truth seeking, not, you don't want to make a decision with everyone just saying, sure, yeah, just to go along, but having doubts in their mind that it was the right one. So you want to make a decision that really meets all the good thinking, all the things that could be going wrong, all the things you have to think about in arriving at the best possible outcome.
Just a well thought out decision.
Yes.
Sure. I like how she talks about embracing uncertainty, because oftentimes when things are uncertain, kind of like what we're speaking about now, you just want sometimes someone to just be that yes person in your life and all of those things. And so being able to embrace that and being okay with that, being okay with actually hearing the truth and collaborating on different opinions, maybe even, and coming to solutions at the end. I really like how, because that's important, to embrace uncertainties instead of fearing them.
Right.
Exactly.
I think that's where and I'm not a poker player. This kind of just made me a little bit want to learn how to play poker, but I'm too cheap, so I don't want to spend the money to play poker. But I really, it fascinates me to read about someone who makes these decisions by weighing, what they know, what could possibly happen, and then there's the luck aspect of it, which you don't know. You really don't know what's going to happen. There's always some part there that you really don't know what's going to happen. You can be kind of certain, but you really don't know when that luck piece is in there. So
part of me thinks that that's the beauty of life too, is the not knowing.
Yeah.
And that's because if we knew everything, then it wouldn't really be that exciting to wake up in the morning knowing, okay, this is what's going to happen today.
Yeah.
We do need to embrace that.
Well, there's some things better not knowing. There's some things it's better that you don't know.
That's when she had the discussion. She spoke about chess versus poker.
Yes.
Chess is, to me, honestly, chess has never ever been attractive to me to play. Number one, my memory's too bad, and number two, it's all. If you play someone who's really good, they know 15 steps ahead what you could possibly do, what they're going to do, and how they're going to win, and how many moves they're going to win this game. So like you said, it's a lot. Reminds me, life is not a chess game. It's more like poker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't play either one of them. I don't play a lot of games. So
same here.
I had, about halfway through the book, I'm going to be honest, and I did put a poker set and some poker cards in my Amazon basket. I haven't purchased it yet, but it's still there, sitting there. Like, do I need to learn this because I've been missing out on something my whole life? No, but I'm not. I played little games as a child, little card games and things for children, but as an adult, I just haven't played any games. So
it has no attraction for me, and maybe ignorance. There certainly. I mean, what I thought was what impressed me was that she has to make her decisions on a moment's notice.
Yes,
she pointed that out, that she has to make so many decisions in a split second if she wants to be successful. And really, that reminded me of the military, when you are going in battle and you don't know which way your enemy is going or what they are doing. Right. That's what commanders have to do. They have to make split-second decisions, and the outcome thereof could be devastating if you make the wrong decision.
Well, it kind of reminds me of the career that we've shared in education. Yeah. I mean, in any aspect of education, sometimes you do have to make some pretty quick decisions, or sometimes even some very dicey decisions in the positions that we've had. And so, and if you don't, we've all learned this, that if you don't make that a decision at all, eventually a decision is going to happen anyways. So it's best for, the leader to collaborate and try to get a decision before people just start doing things.
Yeah, now I can think of, like first responders probably.
Yes.
Could benefit, from reading this book, because that's their life. They never know what decisions they need to make on a moment's notice. So it's has a lot to offer in that regard.
Yes, it does. It does. It had a lot of good points in this book. It's interesting how she uses the games to really plot out life or plan out life or talk about life and decisions. I thought it was really good analogies. I wish I knew more about the games. I feel like I would have understood the book a little bit better.
I felt I missed out because I could not understand the poker playing. So I could understand, of course, the points she was making, but I could not relate them to the poker game,
right?
Because I just didn't understand the moves she was making or explaining. Neither to the, it's not just poker. I don't play football either. Don't know the rules. I don't play baseball. Even the sports that I watch them for their beauty, and I don't much know of their rules. I watch ice skating all the time, but I can't tell you unless they fall on their butt. That's the only time I know that they messed up. So I don't know.
I will say though, she does pique my interest with all of the game analogies. I mean, I thought interesting.
Yeah, well, that's our that's our loss for not knowing. Yes. That's a deficit on our part. No, and why would you know the poker rules or the poker game if you never play it? There's no need. But then when you like you said, now that you read that book, you might want to learn something about the rules. That may be something you're interested in learning.
Two things that surprised me is that I believe the statistic is right. 80% of the hands are lost. When they get the first couple cards, they may fold or do whatever the words, the poker words are. They're not going to win. They only win about 20%. Yes. And that was pretty interesting.
The truth is that many hardcore gamblers, it ruins their lives because they're just not good at it. So, and she talks about that. She particularly one person who lost and lost and lost because he just couldn't understand what's important in the game.
Yeah, and he thought, are you talking about the one in North Dakota?
The one that attributed everything to good luck, basically.
Yeah.
He had bad luck when he lost, and he had good luck when he won.
Yeah.
So, and
that was
tell him otherwise.
But I mean, that to me, that's kind of an immature way of looking at it. That's what when kids start learning about luck and skill, like exactly like that. I had bad luck when I didn't win, but I had skill when I won. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of, to me, is an immature.
Mentions that that's a bias. that we all have or
Yeah.
all fall prey to, that when the outcome is good, we want to take credit for it. When the outcome is bad, we are attributed to someone else. Someone else screwed up, not us.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's tempting. It's tempting.
It's tempting, yeah.
And another thing is that most everyone is coming from a place where they think they're right, and they think they have the positive answer. You know, when one person is critical with someone, they sincerely think many times that they're just helping you out.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't remember in what circumstance she was talking about, but it was where the person had, it was the internal bias of what I believe is important because I believe it, you know, and they aren't really looking from the outside back in. So I thought that was pretty, and it's true. You know, a lot of times I give my family, my children, I give everybody advice because I really want to help them.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's kind of sometimes hard to do, to kind of see outside of yourself and see outside of those biases, especially if, like you said, if it's your family and your children, it's hard not to be biased towards those people that you love and care about and you've known their whole lives, you know, so.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think a lot of that is also in the delivery. You know, you can give someone sound advice, but it you know, if you deliver it in a manner to where people become defensive, you missed your goal. You missed the point. But if you're able to hand it over in a way to where someone can step back and say, well, I think, there's some merit to what you're saying. I want to consider it and, you know, ask some more questions. So it always depends on how the interaction takes place, in my opinion.
Yeah.
True. It's kind of like delivery is everything.
Yes.
How you deliver that and the relationships that you've built prior to that delivery as well.
Yes.
I was looking back at, you know, Daniel Pink's 5 items that he lists, and I was trying to think if I agree with some of these things or not. I do agree with, you know, him saying, know what you cannot control. I think that's really powerful.
That is powerful. Yeah.
Give you a lot of stress.
Yeah.
You are stressing and fretting over things that you cannot control. You know, that's a dead end street. So just looking back at that, I was thinking about that.
It's one of the tenets in the previous book that we read.
Yes, Book by Bird.
Bird by Bird. She was going to Al-Anon meetings, and in those 10 rules or 10 things that they tell themselves every day, it's one of them. You know, give me the strength to tend to what I can control and to overcome what I cannot control.
Exactly. That's really powerful.
Yeah.
And that's kind of taking responsibility for what you need to, but then understanding that luck piece, as Annie Duke would call it, sometimes the luck is against you.
Yeah.
You know? But you are responsible for certain things, and take that and then understand that it's not always going to go your way.
For sure.
That's cool.
It's a very mature level of thinking, you know. And some of these things, you know, if we could teach children this at a young age, even, you know, they're just good life skills to know on their level or not with their language, but, you know, it's good life skills to know.
Absolutely.
What do you all think overall about the book? Would you refer it to a friend? Did you like it enough to, you know, change some things in your life? What do you all think?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would recommend it. It's not what I thought it was going to be, and it's, you know, the author follows the play of the game, and I guess it gives you a good perspective on looking at the parts of decisions that we make. It breaks down the decision. So it's not just all lumped together and we just say yes or no, and that's our decision. But it's okay. How confident am I? Where are my resources? Where am I getting my information? Is that reliable? And then just walking through all those parts, there's a lot to it, and I think there's value in that.
Kind of like like the decision process.
Yeah.
Sure. Dr. Venus, you think you would recommend it or take some things?
I would recommend it to people that fit her audience. I would recommend people who love a good game.
Yes.
People who know sports rules, who play cards, who play chess, and you got lots of people who do that, so I would definitely recommend it to. They may not know what else they learn with that book. They may read it for her rendition of the poker games and the poker hands and the decision that football coach made, and that may be interesting to them. But subliminally, they may learn or absorb the real message she's trying to convey about decision making, and not indulging in resulting, but look at the process of the decision.
Yeah.
Probabilities, and that's what she's talking about. She's using actually her psychology too.
Yeah. Okay, so describe to us what resulting is again.
Resulting.
Not read the book.
Yeah, she calls it resulting when you look at the outcome of your decision and then go, oh, I had bad luck, or oh yeah, I know it would come out this way because my decision was just great. Instead of considering the process, how did you arrive at the decision that came up with this result? So that's resulting, and
that was good.
Rejects that.
And before I read this book, I had never even considered that as a thing.
No, me neither. Yeah, that's something
that looking at the result, I would judge, well, that was a good decision or a bad decision because of what the result was. Well, not necessarily.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you also, Dr. Venus, on the subliminal. I think I will have some subliminal takeaways from this book.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't know a lot about the games, I think I'll start thinking through decisions and looking at it differently. So I would say I would definitely recommend this book as well. But like you said, to an audience that's kind of ready for it, but for sure. Very well written.
Yeah.
And lots of research.
Research.
Other research going into it.
If you noticed at the end of the book, that's the first time I ever saw that. Usually you have their sources at the end, the citations at the end, and the acknowledgments. But she actually, to everything that she explained in the book, has a page of notes or a long paragraph of notes to explain it in more detail. So I thought that was really good.
That's impressive, yes, for sure. A lot of thought has been put into it. So
yes.
All right. So here we are at 28 minutes already.
Yeah.
Cool. Did we cover everything that you wanted to cover?
I'm going to quickly go over my notes.
So for me, the big takeaway was way back on page 4, and thinking in bets starts with recognizing that there are exactly 2 things that determine how our lives turn out: the quality of our decisions and luck. Learning to recognize the difference between the two is what thinking in bets is all about. I like that.
And along with that, she says, separate decision quality from outcome quality. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right. And so what have we decided to read next week? Flow, I believe.
Yeah. Yes.
Flow, and I am going to attempt Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi.
Yes, I didn't even attempt that. Awesome job, Dr.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go Google it after we close.
Just listen to Daniel Pink's video, and he'll say it for you.
It's a good book. That one I have actually read before. So
okay.
So I'm looking forward to reading it again because I need some flow in my life, to be able to focus for periods. That's what I'm expecting to get out of it, but we'll see.
I read the first page of it and the introduction, and I think I'm going to like that book.
Excellent. Okay. Dr. Shepard, Dr. Venus, thank you again for a wonderful conversation.
This was really, really great. I'm excited about the flow.
Yes.
All right. And we will see you next week around the same time?
Around the same time. Sounds good to me. Friday. It happens, and then we'll.
Okay. Yeah, we'll let you know any other changes, but that's what we're going to same time, same bat channel.
Yes.
Consistency. Yes.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.